Welcome back to another episode of Thanks for the Consult. As always, I'm Fior. We have with us Aaron. Hello, Aaron. And today's guest, we have Sharla. How are you doing, Sharla?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing well. Doing well. Had to fight through some technical difficulties this morning, but we made it. So that's always.
Ironically, the person with the technical difficulties was not the Mennonite who lives in the middle of nowhere.
Correct.
Yeah, I got it all down pat.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do
I'm
we need to know?
Sharla. I am 21 years old. I was raised Mennonite, even though I don't consider myself Mennonite anymore. I call myself a Bible-believing Christian. I've been in EMS for 4 or 5 years now. This year, most of this year, I've been living in Honduras.
Okay.
And I've been teaching 7th, 8th, and 9th graders math and English.
¿Te gusta
Okay.
hablar español?
Yo hablo español, sí.
¿Te gusta?
Me gusta?
¿Te gusta?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm going to have to put English translations in these subtitles. I don't know how to do that, but we'll figure it out. Or we won't. We'll see. So how did you get involved with going down to Honduras to teach?
It was through my church. They were looking for some teachers because it's a Christian school called Saetas para Cristo, which stands as Arrows for Christ. So they were looking for some teachers, and I was like, you know what? I've often wanted to live outside the United States, and I wanted to learn about a new culture, learn a new language, and this was a great opportunity.
Awesome. And did you achieve that? Did you enjoy your time and learn about a new culture?
I did. I really did enjoy my time.
Okay.
Classroom management, I learned, is not really my thing, but
Okay.
teaching is enjoyable, and living in Honduras was wonderful. I loved it.
They have a
Awesome.
very
I mean-
rigorous selection process, Fior. So what she did was she signed up and they were like, we need you to have a high school education. And then she was like, I got that. And she, in fact, did not got that.
I had like 5 more classes I needed to take to be done. I have my high school diploma now. Go
There
me,
you
I
go.
guess.
Yeah, you waited till after you taught like students, high school students actually, for an entire year before you were like, I guess I should finish mine.
That's amazing. So I guess they don't really check your references at all.
Apparently not. But the only thing I needed to finish in high school was pharmacology and pathology, and I wasn't teaching that, so I was good.
What kind of high school has those classes?
I had it for my high school electives.
Okay.
You picked bad
Interest-
electives.
Yeah. Those are
I know, it really
You picked
sucked.
hard electives.
They were really hard. I wish I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, those are probably the most difficult sections during paramedic class, for which you have to have a high school diploma to get in.
There was a college class called Animals in Society at the school that I went to. And you just learned
How-
about pets and how they exist in the world and people have them. And for
How
high
was
school
that?
class. And you, for high school classes, were like, let me do pharmacology. They didn't have like a Pets in Society that you could take.
But the options were really good. Like, my interest is medical field, and I'm like, this is medical field.
Fair enough. Not to distract from you, but for a moment, Aaron, can you tell us more about your Pets in Society class?
I never took it
Why? Why did you not?
because
Like,
It
how
sounded
could
really
you
dumb.
see that on the roster of classes and not be like, yes, sign me up?
well, and what's funny is since I was a student athlete, I had priority scheduling too. So I could have absolutely gone into that class.
Right. Missed opportunity. It just poor life choices all around right there.
Sorry, dog.
So,
did that?
Charlotte,
Sorry, dog.
Yeah, I did. Do you think that your time working with Aaron prepared you to teach children? I think it would have.
Well, I'm not sure because our coworker has said that we're both crazy. We're both the same.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
I was crazy once.
They've stuck
They
me in a
left me
room, a rubber room with rats, and the rats made me crazy.
Crazy. And they said maybe if we go together to Honduras before I left, they were like, you guys should go together. Maybe you'll cancel out your crazy. Like 2 crazies.
I don't think
Cancel
that's
each
how
other
that
out?
works. I think it just amplifies it.
We decided
I
it wouldn't
can't
be
say
fair
I'm
to the
any better
Honduras
than him.
people to inflict both of us on them.
Yeah.
I said we decided it wouldn't be fair to the people of Honduras to inflict both of us upon them.
Right.
We'd be hearing about a civil war in Honduras now if Aaron went down there. That's interesting. So obviously you work with Aaron out in the middle of nowhere and you've been doing it, you said 4 years, 5 years? I can't remember.
Something like that. I got my EMT in 2020.
Okay.
I
Five
did my
years.
EMT class in 2020.
Okay. What kind of drew you to
EMT class.
yeah.
EMT. My dad is an EMT. He's been doing it for like the last 20 years.
Okay.
He's only done volunteer though, and my mom did it for a couple years before my brother was born.
Okay.
And they both really enjoyed it, and as long as I had consciousness, I wanted to be an EMT.
Nice. Nice. So obviously you work in a rural service now. Have you ever done any other type like suburban or urban EMS at all?
And no, I have not.
Okay. Very good. Aaron knows this. I started out in more urban and suburban environments, and now I'm in a more rural environment. And it is definitely a culture shift and a different world when you're like not next to a hospital and like,
Mm,
you know, could be, I've been stuck on scenes for like 45 minutes waiting for an ambulance before. I don't know how you guys just do that all the time. That's crazy.
I really don't know much different.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's certainly you have to I think the trade-off is you run fewer calls, but you have to get good quick because you don't have much help.
Mhm, mhm.
So our frequent thanks to the consult listeners will know that we had Charlotte's sister Jess on. And what's
Yeah.
fun about that is that we talked a lot about traditional Mennonite food and applesauce on pizza. And this
Do you
past
also
week,
eat that?
I got to try applesauce on pizza.
Okay. And?
It wasn't like I would have thought it would be appalling, just to be honest with you. I thought I was gonna be like, "What is happening?" But it really just tasted like applesauce and then pizza.
Like, the flavors there's not, like, a the mix of flavors isn't that, like, great. Like,
Okay.
it's just a little bit of applesauce with some pizza.
They put applesauce on everything.
If you have some cake or cupcakes with applesauce, so good. So good.
So applesauce is to the Mennonite culture what ketchup is to the rest of America. Is that what I'm understanding?
Well, especially for our family, everyone's a little different. Our family,
Okay.
applesauce everywhere.
Huh. Okay. So I guess the more I think about it, it wouldn't be like terrible. See, people put pineapple on pizza and other like sweeter fruits
Well,
and
you guys do
things.
unsweetened applesauce too, right? So it's a little bit more
Yeah, our applesauce is healthy applesauce
Mm,
because we don't add much sugar or any sugar at all.
nice.
So it's not quite as sweet like the store-bought applesauce you would get.
so you would think from what
Okay.
she just said that Charlotte is an excellent cook just like her sister. But Charlotte has a reputation around our station for her specific cooking skills. Do you want to share what that is, Charlotte?
Well, I've burned rice twice.
How?
How?
Out of curiosity.
Okay, so I am very ADHD. So I would
Okay.
forget I have rice cooking, and the next thing I know, the water has evaporated and there's only rice. And then blackened rice too.
About that. That's
Twice.
wild. Yeah. Twice.
Sadly, twice. Even though I learned how to cook in Honduras because I didn't have my mom here to cook for me.
Sure.
So I
Yeah.
can cook a little better, but
And like is that Central America, Latin America, whatever you want to say? Like their culture has a lot of rice in there. Yeah.
mhm.
So have you mastered the making of rice?
I think my rice cooking skills have definitely improved.
Okay.
They're not like I don't think Honduran level good,
Okay.
but they're
Huh.
they're better than Charlotte's original level.
Even when she
Excellent.
gets white rice, it's brown rice, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just spitballing ideas here, but have we considered a rice cooker? You just throw everything in, press the button, and it's done. Like it does its thing. You can't burn it.
Yeah, I know, but do you know how much those cost?
Not off the top of my head, but I'll look real quick.
But I'm thinking they cost a lot, and I'm like, I have a pot or a pan in my house. That's all I need.
Yeah, it's about the
Well,
simple things fewer.
I mean, at some point though, like you've burnt and had to throw away enough rice that you
I'll be saving money using a rice cooker.
yeah, Amazon has one for 1986.
Really?
I mean, they have some crazy ones for like $150,
Yeah, those are
but
the ones I've seen, like crazy prices.
I think those are like I cook rice 3 times a day for every meal level.
Carl, I will give you a little bit of vindication here because I don't know if you know about this. But while you were gone, whenever Jess was working the one morning, she decided to make breakfast. And then one of the crew members was coming from a different job, so he came in a couple hours late. And whenever he arrived, people were sleeping and the stove was on. And apparently that had been for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you are not the only one who has cooking and heat/fire hazard issues.
They, I,
But was there food on the stove?
No, she had finished cooking and then accidentally just left the stovetop on.
We're in the States now.
back to the rice cooker. I just found this one here in case you want a rice cooker that costs more than a used automobile.
That
$800. That is insane.
I'm looking for a new car, and that's the limit from how much my new car can cost.
What does
Yeah,
it do?
that's
Multifunctional household, 2 times, high pressure,
can be,
intelligent voice can automatically wash?
Oh,
huh?
That sounds worth
Like
it.
maybe if it washed my clothes.
right? And did all my cleaning for me.
You could just
Yeah.
have a washing machine that also cooks rice.
And does the dishes, folds the laundry, and vacuums. Then maybe
I'll
we'll.
consider it. Yes.
That
Clown
is
shoes.
absurd. Yeah, that is.
That's like those new like household robots they've released.
Yeah, like the Tesla
The
robot.
Tesla ones,
Yeah.
yes.
Did you guys ever watch Silicon Valley? Well, never mind. There's a episode where a guy made a robot and it was creepy.
Robots just get I don't like robots. They're creepy.
Well, it was more the guy was creepy. He made a lady robot.
Your phone's kind of a robot.
Kinda.
But I'm addicted to this robot,
Well,
so I
better.
can't get rid of it.
It's better than meth. So,
Sharla just made a big adult decision the other day and she got rid of TikTok.
how are we going to promote your episode?
I reinstalled it like 24 hours.
That is,
Like, this is too much. And I was like, I'm gonna reinstall it. And then I sent a message to my friend and she's like, I thought you got rid of TikTok. And I'm like, oops.
yeah.
Oh, it's back.
You were like, yeah, I need to practice my Spanish words. I need to learn my verbs. So I got rid of it. And I was like, good for you, Sharla. That's awesome.
I can say my Instagram reels are all in Spanish. So I am learning Spanish through Instagram reels.
Fair enough.
Just get a VPN, put your location in Honduras.
My Instagram does think I'm Honduras because all the ads are Honduran. So
Well, to be fair, you've been in Honduras for 9 months, so
To be fair.
it should think that.
Wow.
Sharla,
So
why
I would.
don't you tell Fiora about the little prank you and your sister decided to play on me the other day?
That's what I was just going to ask. I was told it was a good one, but I wasn't told what it was.
So my sister and I were working together. First of all, Aaron had made me mad, okay?
I can believe it.
Okay, I was a little irritated at him, but it's okay. I think I got over it.
She felt betrayed, was her words.
I felt very betrayed.
We'll dive into that next.
Okay. So
We'll be right back.
Aaron has working night shift and he was saying, we better not have any calls. We better not have any calls. I hope we don't have any calls. I have class tomorrow. I have class tomorrow. I need my sleep. And my sister started grinning and went to the kitchen and I'm like, that grin doesn't look good. She's like, how about we call county and we tell them to put out a pager test?
I love where
And I
this
was
is
like,
going. Yes.
yeah, let's do it. So she called county. I was like, hey, Unit 12 needs a pager test.
Which is funny because in our county, every week they do, on Mondays, they do a county-wide pager test for all the fire and EMS services. And so that had already happened earlier this evening.
Yes.
Excellent. So you're not suspecting it at all.
No.
Yeah.
I love this. I
So
love this.
literally about 5 seconds before the pager test went off, Aaron was like, if this pager goes off, I'm going to be so upset. Just like that, the tones go, pager starts buzzing, and he looks like his eyes are full of defeat. He's like, well,
Excellent.
I guess this is it. Oh my goodness, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Right. So
I love that.
her
I love
relief
that.
came in. His name is Jeff. And I was saying to Jeff, I was like, all right, Jeff, here's what's going to happen today. What we are not going to do is leave the station. What we're not going to do is take phone calls. What we're not going to do is anything. What we are going to do is fall asleep. And if that pager goes off, I might cry. And then he said, sounds like a plan. And then in that moment, literally the pager drops. And I was like, oh, like, because for the last, like, I don't know how many shifts that I've worked in overnight where I was there during the day, right like, right as I'm going to bed, 9:30, 10:30, whatever time it is, literally 15 minutes before I go to bed, I get a
Yeah,
call. So this has just been, like, a buildup of, like, I just want a night where I can, like, not. And
fair.
then that was a good one.
It was. I support that. I think it happened to you last night too, because we were on the phone. You're like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed, and then like I don't know, 45 minutes later, you're sending me a picture of a hospital.
That's correct, yeah, I didn't go to bed till 2:30 last night.
Nice. So why was Aaron being a pain in the butt?
We don't need to get into that.
We do.
He was working with my sister, and I wanted to work with my sister. I was like, "Can you please?" No, it was fun. It was totally fine. I literally did not care because it would worked easier the way we had it because of how the crews were, and I was just giving him a hard time for it.
I mean, I think, if anything in EMS for the last 23 years I've learned is that, like, just do whatever the crews want, you know? Like,
Mhm.
there doesn't need to be structure or order. Just like anarchy is
Watch
the
it,
best policy.
watch it.
I in fact think quite the opposite, but, Aaron and I disagree largely on structure and organizational theories, specifically
He thinks
uniforms.
that our T-shirts are unprofessional.
They are unprofessional, yeah.
It doesn't need to be professional. It needs to be professional, yes, it does to its extent, but, like, the things we do, I don't need to be wearing a button-down white shirt,
Yeah, no, white is probably
wading
an
in
implausible color.
whatever body fluid.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think blue is an okay color. I wear gray. That's what ours are.
But you want polos at minimum.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, at minimum. Yeah.
I like my T-shirt.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I get that. But you know, it is what it is.
It's valid.
No, don't give him that. Push back. Tell him why you
It's
hate it.
understandable, though, because if I want someone to come take care of me after I break my hip, I want someone professional to
No,
show
I
up.
think you want fentanyl is what you want. You don't care what they look like.
No, she wants
I
somebody
do want the
professional who's
fentanyl,
gonna give
yes,
her the
yes. I
ketamine.
will be telling you it's a 10 out of 10 pain, even though it's a 5 out of 10 pain, so I can get the fentanyl. But
All I'm saying is, I wear a polo shirt, and if you broke your hip where you're at, you'd get ketamine. I would give you ketamine, which is way better than
I'm
fentanyl.
open to ketamine as
Yeah. But Aaron, who wears a t-shirt, is just going to give you fentanyl. Just
you know,
saying.
ketamine is Lenny, wrong language, a little more professional sounding than fentanyl too.
Right. Right.
How do you keep all your languages straight in your head? Because at this point, you
Yeah.
speak Pennsylvania Dutch, you speak English, you're speaking Spanish, and you also speak some German, right?
Yeah, I don't, as you just heard right there. As soon as I get a little comfortable in a conversation, my languages start mixing together.
That's fun.
Yeah, it really is.
Does it also happen when you get mad? Like I knew some people that like Spanish was their primary language, and when they would get mad, it's like I don't know why we're mad because you're not speaking English and I don't speak Spanish, but I
For
know you're
me, my
mad.
my my go-to mad language is Pennsylvania Dutch.
Okay.
'Cause the time I'm just like,
Shikti.
"Shitty,
What does that mean?
behave yourself."
I think I think we should have Aaron get that tattooed somewhere that he can look at it, like on his forearm.
I wouldn't
Like
And be
listen.
like, "Aaron,
I
look at
must
your tattoo.
behave.
You're doing too much."
I wouldn't
Yeah.
listen.
You would what?
I wouldn't listen.
I know. I know. Aaron has this innate ability to like have a decision in front of him, and he's like, "Yeah, so I know that the worst possible choice is this, but like, we're gonna do it anyways."
But we're a bunch of adrenaline junkies who for some reason can't get our happy emotions by
Yeah,
reading a book, so we have to do it by making dumb decisions.
It is an odd quality that I have where
yeah,
I have a
fully aware.
remarkable amount of self-awareness while
Yes.
also still opting to choose the most chaotic decision that I can choose. Yeah, because
For
most people
somebody
that
who
choose
doesn't
chaotic
like chaos.
decisions, they do it for lack of analysis or just like they're like, I just made a decision, didn't really think. I think about it deeply, and then I go, let's do it.
It's gonna be fun. We'll try it.
Love the chaos.
But that's the thing though. Aaron doesn't love chaos. Like he doesn't.
He likes organized structure.
I
Yeah,
like
but then he
self-inflicted
chooses
chaos.
chaos.
Right?
I
That's
like
how I feel
self-inflicted
about it.
chaos.
because I can usually control the chaos, but if someone else's chaos is in my personal space, I'm like,
Yeah, get
"No,
it out of
I can't
here.
control this chaos."
Yeah, get this chaos out of here. Cut it out.
I'm like, my chaos? Like, my room's a disaster, but I can control that, but if my sister's room's a disaster, clean your room, you're disgusting.
How is your room a disaster when you've been home for 2 weeks?
Well, I've been working a lot.
So, just so we're aware, according to uh, AI, when you intentionally inflict chaos or self sabotage, is often associated with borderline personality disorder. Thank you, Google.
I know what you're thinking right now, Sharla. She's like, might be me. So we have a big lunch plan this Sunday.
I'm excited.
I
know.
heard. Tell me about this.
So are we going to your house or are we going to Jess's?
I think we're going to Jess's house.
Yeah, we're having a traditional Mennonite meal. I'm going over. Charlotte's gonna be there. Jess and her husband are gonna be there. Their parents, and then is Annie your cousin-in-law? Is that how that works?
Yeah, Annie's married to my cousin.
Right. So then I believe they're gonna be there as well, right? And
I think so.
Jess was like, "Yeah, I just want you to like try a traditional Mennonite meal." And I was like, "What can I bring?" And she's nicely tried to find a way to
napkins.
be like, "We don't need you to."
Yeah.
So, what is a traditional Mennonite meal? Like, what can
I
Aaron
think the
expect?
most traditional thing is, of course, mashed potatoes. You gotta
Love
have
it.
mashed potatoes.
With
Love it.
applesauce on top.
Not
Not on potatoes,
super
brown
salt, but
butter on top.
yeah, I'll do that. Yep.
Of course, some noodles. They're better when they're like the homemade kind of noodles.
As an Italian, I can agree.
And some kind of vegetable, either peas, beans, or corn.
Love all of those. Beans, not so much. They make me gassy, but peas and corn,
Like
love it.
green beans.
Love,
Green.
yep. Green
Yeah.
beans, back in, 100%.
And usually some kind of like roast or chicken or meatballs.
All
And
three
of course
excellent
some gravy.
options. Yeah.
Bread too,
This
usually.
sounds amazing.
Yes, usually they have some dinner rolls or something, bread and butter before the meal
Excellent.
starts. Yes.
Aaron will have to report back, but sounds like you're in for a good meal, my friend.
Yeah, Jess
Yeah.
was teaching me how to make the pizza that we had the other night with the applesauce on it because it was homemade, and I learned how to knead, and kneading is very difficult.
It is.
Yeah.
Every time I'm huffing and puffing when I'm kneading dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just throw it in the thing and let the dough hook do it because I'm lazy.
The dough hook?
Yeah.
If you have a big stand mixer, it has like it looks like a hook
It's like a
that you put on
spirally,
and it mixes dough.
I guess if I spelled it correctly, it would pull it up better. Pull this one. These would be dough hooks. Here we go. Dough hook. It's like a Captain Hook thing and it spins around, kneads the dough.
Fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the lazy way out, you know? I
Charlotte.
don't make much bread though.
What is your favorite call that we've been on together?
Our favorite call we've been on. We haven't been on a lot of calls together, have we?
Well, it's
Probably
been
because he's always taking your sister as a partner because he's a jerk.
no,
Unbelievable.
we were buddies whenever I first started. We worked overnights and
Yeah, when
stuff
you
a lot
first
together.
started, I'm trying to think.
It's been 9 months is the issue. I remember our lady that we stood there and talked to and got her full medical history for like 25 minutes on scene, and then as soon as we went to move her to the stretcher, she just decided to collapse.
Yes, and then she decided to collapse, and we were like, "Oh no!" I remember that one. I'm trying to also think. Oh, I remember something. I don't think we've done anything like an exciting call together.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of run-of-the-mill stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
See, I think the ones that not necessarily like the blood and guts or the quote glory calls, I prefer like the ones where I get a good story, you know?
Right?
Like someone that called an ambulance because they crapped their pants. That to me, excellent.
I quite literally one time had a 3 a.m. call. It was something on.
Yep, love those.
Yes.
They're my
I actually
favorite.
I had to laugh. I was like, this is just like they say, like on the memes.
So you should try to do some time riding on an urban ambulance. You'll get like 3 a.m. dental pain. My tooth's been hurting for 6 months, but it's 3 in the
Really?
morning, so I must go to a hospital where they'll do nothing for it. But yeah, You'll love it. It's the best.
Well, I'm hoping to do my medic class sometime.
Awesome.
So maybe then I could do some
Absolutely.
city,
You know,
urban.
I hear there's one starting in January.
She's
I
gonna be
can't
in
start this
Honduras in
January.
February.
I'm going to Honduras for yet another year, and then hopefully I can come back and do some medic class. So time will tell.
Yeah. Well, every January and August,
Mhm.
Mhm.
we start them. So, yeah, they have some pretty good instructors, but they also have me. So, you know,
I'm hoping to find a class that is a lot of hands-on and a lot of class time, because I learned best that way. 'Cause these online classes are not for me. I hate online classes.
yeah.
That's why it took you till after you were teaching high school students to get your high school stuff finished.
It is crazy, though, that you got to teach high school before finishing high school.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
She's like, "This is gonna get posted publicly. I wish you guys wouldn't talk about this."
I was like,
I mean, we can bleep that out, maybe. I
"No,
don't
it's
know.
fine, it's
I'll be
fine."
honest. I don't know if I am able to do that.
I think my favorite
Uh,
thing about working with, like, Sharla that I miss is that, like, you and your sister are, like, uncannily strong. Like, I work with other people, and I'm like, "Alright, I need to brace do a little stretching before I lift this patient off the floor because I'm gonna be doing a lot of lifting here." And with you 2, I'd be like, "Did I lift anything?"
it's all 6 foot of us, you know? There's a lot of places to store muscle.
Yeah, you are really tall. I do remember hearing that. So, like, when you guys walk in, you just tower over Aaron. I love that.
Yes.
Well, and they're both very tall, and, like, they're siblings, so they look similar. How did tell him how you guys whenever I started, how you told me to tell the difference between the 2 of you. Do you
How did
remember?
I tell you that it looks different? One looks more Amish than the other one.
I mean, that's true. Jess wears the long skirt, and you wear tactical pants, so I guess that's true. You guys told me the color of your prayer caps.
Oh, yes, she wears a white prayer cap, and I just wear, like, a black fabric.
Which does the color mean anything?
No. It just depends which church you go to.
Interesting.
One looks more Amish than the other is a crazy quote.
It is. That,
It is correct, though.
well,
It is
yeah, I
correct.
guess, unless, like, you don't fully understand what looks Amish and doesn't, and then you insult the lesser Amish looking.
'Cause my
No, that
sister
can't be.
wears, like, the white mesh head covering and a skirt to work, and I wear my tactical pants, and I wear a black fabric veil, so she, like, if you know what Amish look like,
I do.
she does look more Amish. There's no hate at all.
Annie
Yeah.
does the double situation. She's got the pants and the skirt going on.
Who?
Yeah, Annie, she has, like, a shorter skirt with pants underneath.
Who's Annie?
That's the cousin-in-law that we were talking about earlier. Come
Also
on,
an
listen,
EMS.
Fior.
No name was given.
We did say.
So is EMS like a large part of Amish, or not Amish, geez, Mennonite culture? And I'm just now finding this out, or is it just like you just happen to,
No.
like, your family just happens to be big
Well,
into EMS?
my family is definitely in it, but, like, in Lancaster County, it seems the Amish and Mennonite are getting more and more into it, and she's originally from Lancaster County.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
yeah, it seems like that it's with, like, some of the EMS services or even, like, Mennonite run, I think.
Probably, yeah.
So, it's becoming a big part
Huh.
of Amish
That's
Mennonite
interesting.
culture.
Never would have considered that. Right on. Very interesting. So you said you want to go to medic class. What has you kind of wanting to go that route? Is this kind of like a career thing? You want to stay in EMS until
It's kind of a career thing, yeah, I wanna stay at EMS until, I don't know,
awesome.
something else happens.
I approve. I approve. Aaron, you seem to be in the shadows, my friend.
I'm
Ah, there
checking
you
things
are.
out.
Excellent.
I'm playing with the lighting.
I see. I see. That's cool. So you're going back to Honduras next year, and then you're back. So did you know Spanish before that, or is this just something you had to figure out while you were down there, or how'd that?
I knew very basic level Spanish, like, "Hello, how are you?" and
Okay,
yes and no. But right now I'm taking Spanish classes, so it's slowly improving.
cool.
I can read it fine, but as soon as it comes to understanding it when it's being spoken and speaking it,
Yeah.
then I'm like,
Well, it's a very fast, like, the spoken language is very fast.
"Mhm." And the words, like, smear into each other, and I'm like, "Well, was that one full word or was that 2
Yeah.
words?"
Yeah, and the endings change based off of what the next word is, and
Mhm.
yeah, no, I get it. And they say English is hard.
Right? Like, I understand how, like, learning English, reading it would be hard
Yeah,
because in Spanish, all the letters make the same sounds always, basically. It's quite easy to read.
yeah,
But when it comes to all, like, the different verbs and the way they change, it's confusing.
I agree. I agree. One of my favorite, and it's not Spanish, but TikTok time sucks is there's this Chinese girl and she just breeds the different Chinese character tattoos and they most of them are not probably not what they think they say and it's hilarious.
I've seen those. Those are so hilarious.
Yeah. Like one person had like all the astrological signs, but like for cancer, they had the character that's just like the disease cancer. And it was pretty funny. Or like they had one on their left arm that said right and one on their right arm that said left. That's awesome. There's a bunch that say, I don't know. I don't speak Chinese. So
Might come in handy, like, whenever you're working, though, speaking all those languages, yeah.
yeah.
If we ever need an interpreter.
Yeah.
I had to
Which
improve my Spanish a little bit, but
I mean, you guys cover a good portion of the turnpike, so that would
mhm.
probably come in to play a lot more for you than most having, just because you have people of all different languages traveling across the state.
'Cause
So
I've had a handful of non-English patients that I would have loved to know Spanish, and now I'm excited to
nice.
try out my Spanish if I get another
Yeah. Do you,
non-English patient.
do you guys have like a translation line for your county? Answers that question.
Translation line? What do you think we are?
I just an ambulance service that may have to communicate with people that don't speak English.
And you think we're prepared for those types of situations?
I did.
Bold of
I
you to
don't,
assume.
right?
We have Sharla. That's our translation line.
Just calling her up. We're not sure if it's Spanish or Pennsylvania Dutch, but you might be able to help us out.
I can help you out with Pennsylvania Dutch, that's for sure. My mother tongue.
Yeah.
It's quite the
That's
drivel.
Quite the trouble.
which means
Trouble.
makes sense. Interesting. No, yeah, a translation line is literally what it is, just a number you call. You put it on speakerphone, you're like, I don't know what they're saying. And like they listen and they're like, oh, that's Spanish. And then they translate for you. They get you a Spanish translator or whatever. Yeah.
So is that just like a third-party service?
Yeah.
Or is it specific for healthcare?
So there are ones that are specific for healthcare, which are more useful just because certain things, like if you're teaching English in Honduras, you're probably not well versed in like medical terminology for, Spanish speakers. But
No,
so they
Sharla
would,
has a medical terminology book that she's reading.
no, I'm
Mhm,
just saying
I do.
in general, like if you're, that's, I guess, more of a higher level of linguist that would be versed in the medical terminology.
My mom knew somebody who taught themselves Spanish and then went to a medical school, and I believe it was Mexico, and then, like, took medical school after having taught themselves Spanish for, like, a year or 2.
Jeez, did they pass?
Yeah.
That seems like, why do it on such a hard level?
Right. Well, I mean,
I'm gonna I'm gonna go to medical school, but I don't want it to be in a language I know.
I think I was discouraged one day talking about, like, trying to get into medical school, and this was supposed to be a story of, like, "Look at, this person did this," and I'm like, "Right, so you just, like, were like, here's this genius who can do that," and I clearly, like, I've tried to
Yeah.
learn Spanish many times before, and I could not learn it. So,
Yeah, I
what you
mean,
just told me is I
maybe
also can't learn medical school.
maybe the takeaway is maybe you have to learn Italian, go to an Italian medical school, or like Swahili and go to a Tanzanian medical school. Just maybe you haven't found the right second language to
Right.
learn
Yeah, I'm
to
sure I'd
go.
have better luck with Swahili.
I doubt it. I know like 4 words and like one of them is brother because that's what my brother calls me.
What is it?
Kaka,
Caca?
kaka.
That's brother.
Mhm.
In Spanish, that's poop.
Yeah,
Right?
no, I
Yes.
get that. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but
In English, that's also poop.
I agree. Yeah, no. I was confused at first because like when he learned it, there was like "Oh, we're gonna surprise you and he's gonna call you this." I was like, "Why is he calling me poop? That's kinda weird."
You're like, "My brother's trash talking me at 1, this is crazy."
This is wild. And they're like, no, it means brother. I was like, oh, of course.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were just hustling you and like
I was gonna
your
say, which
dad
is
set
probably
this
like
up?
Nah, I looked it up. Because I thought that. I'm like, nah, you're messing with me. Nah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's something I would do for sure.
I'm trying to teach Aaron Pennsylvania Dutch, but it hasn't gone very many places yet.
Yeah, it would be more useful for him for sure out there than me here.
It's not gonna be useful for him.
Well, so we had originally talked before she left for Honduras that her sister was going to try to teach me Pennsylvania Dutch, and then when she came back, I was just going to surprise her and be fluent. And since she left, I may have learned 2 words.
Huh. So I guess avoid medical school in Pennsylvania, Dutch.
Yeah,
That would be a little bit gross on Z of me.
little girls, Hansi. I agree.
For those of us that don't speak.
There isn't an English word for it,
Excellent.
You just have to
but gross
describe it.
Hansi. I can never find the right word to describe the word.
Jess gave me an example, which I think is a hilarious example. She
What is
said
that?
someone who is gross on Z would be a girl short jean shorts that have holes in them, has like a beat up pickup truck with a loud like gas thing that's really loud, and like it's basically like you want attention.
Yeah, so that's very much if you act and you dress for attention.
But it's like trashy.
Mm-hmm.
So just white trash.
It's not always white trash because I remember very clearly when I was a little girl, this one person that I knew, I would always think they're girls unsafe because of the way they combed their hair. I thought it was too much, and I was like, "Gosh, she's so girls unsafe."
And that was not white trash because why, Sharla?
That wasn't white trash because that person isn't a white trash person. They're really nice.
Okay.
They're really nice. They're actually like quite elegant.
Not the answer I was trying to bait there.
Yeah. Were they white is what he's asking.
Yes, but not white trash.
Do you think the way Aaron combs his hair is gross sunsy?
Watch
As
it.
you
He
said?
has hair.
Hey now. Bald
I
lives
just like
matter.
to I just like to call out his baldness every once in a while. Makes me feel better about my gray hairs.
That's why I was trying to get in the shadows earlier, is if I took my hat off, I didn't want to.
You're like, ah, blind as all.
Backtracking a bit to like uniforms. What are your thoughts on footwear? What do you wear on your feet at work? Not you, Aaron. We don't want to hear from you.
I wear tactical boots because I think that's the professional thing to wear.
Okay, so you don't wear tennis shoes like a
I
goober.
I don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people we work with do.
Yeah, for some reason I never like seeing that. It doesn't give off professional vibes, but you do you, boo.
I'm with you.
Charlotte, you're supposed to
Also,
unconditionally support me.
You haven't been unconditionally supporting me.
Because I didn't let you work with your sister.
Yeah,
That's the only reason you have.
mostly yes.
seems like a good one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you spell this gross Hunzi that you said?
Well,
Will be
Pennsylvania Dutch isn't
gross.
written though.
It's not written.
What? How
You
do
know,
Not
like
written
like they send each other voice memos whenever they text because it's not written.
Okay, like if
how
you know
is-
how to spell gross means big. Gross Hansi. I don't know what Hansi means, but gross means big in German. So if you know how to spell big in German, that's your first part of the word, which is like Gros, gross, and then Hansi. I don't know if it's even a German word.
Yeah, I don't know. So the only way to learn Pennsylvania Dutch is from somebody who speaks Pennsylvania Dutch
Mm-hmm.
because it's not written anywhere.
The thing is, there is enough German words that I could probably like spell the German words, and you could learn those words. But then the rest of the words that are like not German, not English, not Dutch, it's just whatever we made up. Because Pennsylvania Dutch changes, like from county to county, from state to state, from Amish to Mennonite. We all speak Pennsylvania Dutch a little differently, and each family speaks it a little differently too.
So basically, what you're saying
That'd be a
is
bunch of nonsense, whatever this is.
Pennsylvania Dutch is essentially just like a secret language.
Basically.
Okay. Huh. So, because like there are some like common words amongst all of the Pennsylvania Dutch speakers, but like it's also stylized locally. So,
Because when I was in Honduras, I met a couple who spoke Pennsylvania Dutch that was also living down there, and they were from Ohio, I think. And they rolled their R's. I don't roll my R's.
but could you
They,
understand them?
I can understand them, yes.
Okay.
They say their words a little different. Like we'd be arguing all the time because, like, who's speaking it right? Well, there's technically no right way.
Which it's
Yeah.
crazy that you met other Pennsylvania Dutch speakers in Honduras, of all
Yeah,
places.
that is wild.
They were also working on the mission, and they came from their church, and they have Amish backgrounds,
That
unlike
makes
me who
way
has
more
Mennonite
sense.
backgrounds.
Yeah. 'Cause, like, I've now met 2 people that speak Pennsylvania Dutch, you and your sister. So huh, that's wild. So, like huh, I like it. I like it.
Because I started learning German before I started learning Spanish, and learning German is so easy
Well, yeah,
because
if you
the
speak
sentence
Pennsylvania
structure is
Dutch.
sentence structure is the same, and a lot of the words are the same.
Huh. So are you fluent in German?
No,
Hmm,
That's cap.
okay.
You're capping about that.
I'm not capping. If I watch a movie in German, I get a little lost sometimes because I'm like, well,
I mean,
that
I
sentence
get
doesn't
lost
sound like
watching a lot of English movies just because I don't pay attention, but like, "Wait, what? Alright, I'm caught up." Huh, interesting.
Yeah, we had a nice
Very
movie
interesting.
night the other night. What was it that we watched?
we watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
That used to be one of my faves. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, right?
Mhm.
It was a Sharla recommendation.
It's a good movie. Good movie.
I
I
was
like it.
amazed how none of the bad guys, despite them standing in the middle of the room surrounded by other trained spies with guns, and they were
Mhm.
just
Right? Like,
standing in the open back to back, they were
Yeah.
able to hit all of the bad guys who were standing behind objects, and they weren't shot a single time.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
quite miraculous.
yeah, I mean, their training in, Hollywood there, you know?
that
Probably helps that they weren't actually using real bullets,
might help.
you know?
Yeah, they didn't have that Alec Baldwin set up.
That got real quiet real quick.
Mhm.
Like, that disappeared real fast. Oh, well. So right on, right on. So what excites you most about the prospect of going to medic class?
I'm not a mean person, but I can't wait to start IVs and IOs.
Right on.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
she's been starting IVs on me in the station for a year now.
nice.
I keep begging a medic. I'm like, "May I start an IO?" And they're like, "No, Sharla, you can't start an IO." And I'm like,
I
"Okay."
mean, I feel
No, no,
like
no, it's not that we
Aaron will
wouldn't let
let
you
you.
start an IO, it's that you wanna start an IO on us.
Alright, so here's what we have to do, bro. We need to connect her with your dad because he wants to be conscious for an IO because he got an IO when he was in a cardiac arrest, but he didn't get one and he was bummed that he missed it. So
Okay.
we could get Taylor in on this, I bet. Shout out.
Yeah, he's got a spark. He's got a tattoo for the landmark.
Yeah, here's a bullseye. He's gotta put it right there and pull the trigger, or I guess
Yeah, we have the hand
squeeze
crank
the
one, so
handle. Yeah,
The hand crank ones. Those aren't as near as cool
get
as
the
the electric ones.
I agree.
yeah, there's something about hearing a power drill when you're doing that that's just really satisfying.
Like, yes.
It feels very caveman-esque. Like, I couldn't find an IV, so I just drilled into their bones. It's just like
Big
brute
dog.
force. Yeah, like it is the embodiment of EMS right there. Like it.
A normal procedure didn't work, so I did something incredibly invasive.
Yes, yes. But like also, it's not that bad.
You should be the promotion expert for IOs. They're not that bad.
Not that bad. I'm told they hurt no more than when you start an IV
I can try one on you,
until
and
you
you can tell
push
me.
pass. I've seen that video. I've had to IO one person consciously and I felt terrible. So it's whenever you start pushing fluids through that they get real sassy.
Mhm.
So, which, understandable, but yeah. Yeah. So anyways, we'll have to connect you with Taylor, get him to offer his leg as sacrifice. But yeah. Yeah. So you want to start IVs? Cool, cool, cool. I like it. I like it. I've always been a big fan of the intubation. I like it.
I've started into I've intubated dummies before.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to call
But
Aaron a dummy. He's all right.
sorry, Aaron.
It's okay.
And it's like on a dummy, it's quite easy.
Mhm.
But I know, like, as soon as I be in the field and it's 95-year-old grandma, it's not gonna be that easy anymore. And the same for starting IV. I had Aaron's nice juicy veins on his arm.
Mm.
I start IV and what's gonna be
Look at her
Yeah.
someone
blushing. Look at her blushing as she says my veins are juicy.
watching. This is white, my guy.
We knew that.
Yeah. No, they do get a bit more difficult on the elderly. I think the IVs, I think intubation is hit or miss based on each individual, their anatomy, how much crap they have in their mouth.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't like starting IVs on really old people because their veins are very fragile. I'm like, I know I did everything right, but it just blew up in my face, and I don't like it. And they're all on blood thinners, so by the time they get to the hospital, it looks like you were just beating them with a bat on the way into the hospital. You're like, I promise that's not as bad as it looks. But
Yeah.
it happens. It happens. People,
That's a couple times I've opened the back of the ambulance and I'll be like, "Why is there so much blood?"
because Aaron doesn't believe in self-occluding IV catheters.
I've had another one the other day not work for me. I've had
You're
now
doing it
4.
wrong.
That's not
You
true.
have to be
How
doing
could
it.
you use a self-occluding catheter wrong? I've had 5 of them now not occlude for me.
I've never had that many. Never. And I use them all the time. They're my preferred catheter. You have to be doing something wrong. Or like, are you buying where are you going?
I'm
There
here.
you
Just
are.
keep talking.
Are you buying bargain brand IV
Normal
catheters?
it's the normal brand that UPMC carries. I forget what they're called. I think it's Braun.
Are they used? What's happening?
Dude, I'm telling you how it is.
I'm telling you
We
how
get
it
it from
is.
the hospital. Like, it's the ones the hospital uses.
Like a veterinary hospital or like a real hospital?
I feel like we're just gonna have a ridiculous conversation.
I feel like that's our MO.
Listen, I'm just speaking on
Baffles
experience.
my mind. Baffles.
Like,
Does.
literally so I just grab whichever 20 gauge is closest because that's my go-to. And
Love it.
yeah, and so if it's a self-occluding one, I use it like literally half of the time in the last 3 to 4 months that I've used one. It didn't occlude, and I was like, what's the point?
So I don't know. I can't answer that. I feel like you have to be doing something wrong for that high of a failure rate.
I never bloodlet though with non-occluding, so
Yeah. Odd flex, but okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, hopefully, Sharla, you learn how to use a self-occluding IV properly, and then you can go back and teach Aaron because I don't know what he's doing wrong, but I know he's doing something wrong.
Okay, Erin, we're working together on today? Oh,
Monday night.
Monday night.
There you go.
Give me your arm. I'll start some IVs.
Yeah. Like 10 of them, probably.
Oh, 10 of, yeah, I'll start trying 10 of them. No
Yeah.
You could
problem.
probably fit 10 IVs on me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can get at least 3 in each arm.
I bet you could get more.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
sure
I'm
you
just
can
saying,
get more.
at least.
4 and put 2 in the back of the hand.
Aaron, you should teach her how to do an EJ on you.
Nah.
Okay. Why?
Because she would, knowing her, she'd be like, I'd be like, okay, first find the carotid pulse so we don't put it there. And she'd be like, okay, put the needle where the carotid pulse is.
Listen, a hole's a hole, right? Can you push bits
Charlotte's
in?
gung ho. And so
Yeah. I
Charlotte
appreciate that.
likes to take action and ask questions later.
I-
No, I don't.
I love that. I
Even
love
though I
that.
got told I'm trigger happy when it comes to the
You are trigger happy.
when it comes to the shock button on the monitor.
I mean,
Did I
you
tell you
know,
I
that?
thought I was quite calm and collected, but he's like, "Good grief, you're trigger happy," and I'm like,
Was that me that told you that or who?
"No, it was Heath."
what,
She's just
Did
really
you not-
excited to press shock. Is that what it is?
No, I was really excited to press shock.
I mean, but it was an appropriate time to press
Yeah, it
shock.
was an appropriate time. He was like, "Okay, press shock," and I was like, "Really?"
Bam.
He was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yes," because I did never press shock because usually the patients didn't make it to the point where we shock or didn't have the right rhythm. So I was really excited to press shock, and he's like, "Why are you so excited about this?"
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got to experience that.
Because I'm like, "Well, I like my job, so
Yeah,
can I get excited?"
absolutely. I think it's great to get excited, you know?
And of course, I've met people who are like, "You're excited for that job? That's so so rude," and I'm like,
Why is it rude?
"Because someone's hurt and someone's suffering out of it."
Yeah, so the way I justify that is people are going to be hurt and sick. May as well be me that gets to enjoy helping them,
Right.
you know? So we know Aaron's not enjoying it in the middle of the night.
Yeah, we know that. The look in his eyes after that pager test went up.
Last night I had to go on the turnpike for a low blood sugar, and the low blood sugar was in fact 220.
What did they
Right?
want it to be?
I do not know.
I had a patient not too long ago, hypoglycemic. We get there, sugar's 30. She's drooling on herself, unresponsive. Give her some, D10, what have you. Uh, and I was like, has this been happening a lot? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what are we doing to manage the sugar? And they're like, well, she needs to get a scan. The last time she went in, her sugar was 600, so they couldn't do the PET scan. So they said we had to keep it low. I was like, I think you might have misunderstood them. I think they just didn't want her in DKA, but normal levels are fine. Like, I
Right.
don't know, we don't want her to miss the PET scan. I was like, "No, I get that, but, like, also, she'll miss it if she just dies because her sugar goes to 0 and then her brain has no fuel to function." They're like, "I didn't think of that." I was like, "Yeah, cool."
Okay, you can leave the thinking to me.
Yeah, I was back there 6 hours later. I was like, "Alright, you're going to the hospital, dear. Let's go." Because, yeah, she was yeah. Anyways, I do like a good blood sugar call, though. I do.
I hate them.
I'm always so fascinated by how, like, their blood sugar will be, like, 30, and you give them some sugar, 5 seconds later, they'll be up and talking.
Mhm.
I'm always amazed.
Yeah. Why do you hate them, Aaron?
It's just always like it's never easy. It's like, oh, I gotta stop them from flailing around and stuff, and they're all sweaty, so the IV never goes in right, or it's like falling out, and you gotta try to like hold them down and secure it, and then like you have to sit there on scene and do it because they might want to refuse. But then sometimes you have it's just a long call.
That's wild.
I don't
I
like
mean,
playing around on scene. Like if you have to, you have to. But
Mhm.
I like
you know
calls where I
what?
can get in the ambulance and leave.
I prefer to do all the work in the ambulance too, I just don't like sitting in someone's house.
Yeah. But, like, like, the whole, like, crashing patient protocol, how you're supposed to treat on the X, if you will,
Right, I'll do it if it's appropriate. But if I can avoid it, I do.
just for time?
Yeah. Well, we have long transport distances too, so it's like, let me get stuff done on the way. Like if there's a chest pain patient, I'll do a 12 lead on scene just to like know which hospital it's okay to go to. But
Yeah,
I'll
you
do as
can
much
get,
of it
like
on the way as I can.
that makes sense. You get a much cleaner reading sitting still. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh.
Charlotte, any other profound thoughts?
Yeah.
My thoughts are always profound.
I
I've learned to keep my profound thoughts silent.
why?
I think sometimes they just need to stay that way.
I disagree entirely. I like the chaos,
I never learned that lesson.
I'm glad you didn't because you're actually enjoyable to work with.
Thanks.
Because then I can let my profound thoughts be released,
Mm.
and we just have, like, this vibe that's just immaculate.
So I think that you guys need to figure out how to do a 1-day contract. I want to come up and work a shift with you guys.
You can just come right along.
Mhm.
Isn't there like
We'll make sure
paperwork?
Jesse and Annie are working too.
Yeah, we're not gonna pay you, but you can come hang.
Can I do things though?
Yeah, you just sign a paper. You do what you want.
Like treat patients?
Yeah.
All right.
You can drive
That,
the ambulance. I'll give you the passcode to the building. I will give you the administrative login for everything. Like you do what you want. You just got to sign a paper.
that cool.
Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna change your uniform policy.
you know how to do that.
You can help us play card games.
I
We
like card games.
tend to do that.
Aaron and I, well, Aaron's usually at this point passed out in a beanbag chair in the corner, but we like to play card games at Seven Springs. It is kind of sad. We're going again this year. It is kind of sad that we're not going to have that beanbag chair because both you and TK love that beanbag chair.
We can bring one. I know a guy.
Do you have a beanbag chair?
I don't have one, but I know a guy with one
Will he let you borrow it?
for sure.
Are you sure?
Yes, 100% sure.
I don't know. People don't just part with beanbag chairs.
But this guy will.
Huh. Are you going to rob him? It sounds like you're robbing someone.
No, he's my buddy. I got friends.
I know, but like not after you steal their chair.
No, I'm just gonna be like, hey, don't ask
Uh,
questions. I need to borrow this. And he'll be like, word.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyways, yeah. Not this year because obviously you'll be in Honduras, but you should join us at Seven Springs. You'll love it. It's a great time. Lots of education,
Absolutely.
lots of tormenting Aaron.
I'm always here for that.
So, but
Sorry, Aaron.
yeah, it's been really cool talking to you, getting to know you here. You have any final thoughts you want to get out there?
Not that I can think of right now. Nothing profound comes to mind.
It doesn't necessarily have to be profound.
Plug
Nothing.
Jesus real quick and then we'll call it an episode.
Jesus.
Yeah. Just be like, shout out big homie.
Shout out to my homie Jesus.
Shout out.
Excellent. Aaron, any final thoughts from you?
Shout out Jesus, though.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us again. Sharla, thank you for the consult.
Thank you for having me.
If you're interested in being on the show, please reach out. Thanks for the consult at gmail.com.